Both leaders were later presented with electronic cards containing the details of their vaccinations by the Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib. Meanwhile, the presidency has dismissed reports of a fire outbreak at the presidential villa. Unconfirmed media reports had that a section of the presidential villa was gutted by fire on Saturday night, March 6th. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, in a statement released on Sunday, said there was no fire within the perimeter walls of the State House. Garba said there was indeed a bushfire behind the fence of the villa Saturday night, but the said inferno did not enter the premises of the State House as it was effectively contained by firefighters. The presidential spokesman said an investigation has commenced to unravel the cause of the fire, but added that initial suspicion suggested cigarette stub light, which might have been dropped in the bush from the nearby express. Troops of the Nigerian military have killed several bandits during aerial missions conducted over locations in Chikun and Birnin-Gwari local government areas. Speaking on the development, the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, said in a statement that the troops sighted the bandits about some kilometers northeast of Kushaka while crossing a track to flee from the aircraft and were promptly engaged and neutralized. He also said another set of bandits were equally killed by troops during a mission conducted at the Birnin-Gwari general area. In another operation, 4 bandits were neutralized and several others injured in an ambush operation conducted by troops around Gwagwada community in Chikun local government area. According to operational feedback from troops of Operation Thunder Strike, intelligence was received on bandits' movement from Katika village towards Antenna in Chikun local government area. After the engagement, 4 of the bandits were confirmed dead, while several others escaped with gunshot wounds. 3 rifles and 1 axe were also recovered from the scene. A justice of the Supreme Court, Sylvester Mwali Nguta, has died. The Honorable Justice died on Sunday after a yet-to-be-determined illness. The senior judge, who was preparing for his retirement, would have turned 70 years on March 30th, 2021. A communique confirming Nguta's demise was sent out by the Supreme Court on Sunday. Coming up in a moment on our business news, CBN introduces 5 Naira incentive per dollar for diaspora remittances. More to come after the short break in our business news bulletin. Stay with us, please.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 600 billion, and the last kobo. Oh yes, we follow the money. It's all about the business and the business of business. The gains and the losses. The bulls and bears. The rise and falls. The risk and the satisfaction of seeing the last kobo rise to millions. On KUFM's Business News, the simple and complex jargons of business just make sense. Get the trending news on the morning market, forecast, investment opportunities, policy changes, and other breakout information on the ever-busy world of business. KU Business News, Monday to Friday on our news dawn, 6:30 to 7 a.m.
At split seconds, there is a lot happening around us, but we can't be everywhere all the time. We've got work, families, and chores to cater to, and most importantly, time to rest. And that's why having reliable partner like KUFM News is important. Sleeping? We don't. We work round the clock, bringing you stories as they break from Nigeria and across the world. We would stop at nothing to keep you informed, because KUFM News is all about you and stories that affect you. Politics, business, human interests, sports, entertainment, just name it. We've got you covered. KUFM News. Timely, precise, spot on.
Welcome back. You're still on to News Dawn on 92.7 KUFM Benin City. And over now to business, where the Central Bank of Nigeria on Saturday introduced a new incentive to encourage inflow of diaspora remittances. The incentive, tagged Naira for Dollar scheme, was announced in a circular signed by CBN's Director, Trade and Exchange Department, Saleh Jibrin. Jibrin said the scheme, which would run between March and May, would allow all recipients of diaspora remittances to be paid 5 Naira for every $1 received. He said beneficiaries would get the incentive whether they collect the remitted dollars as cash across the counter or through their domiciliary accounts. Jibrin instructed all commercial banks and international money transfer operators to ensure that the scheme takes effect from Monday. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to provide spending details of the overdrafts and loans obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria by the federal government since May 29, 2015. This includes the total overdrafts, the projects on which the overdrafts have been spent, repayment of all overdrafts to date, as well as to clarify whether the $25 billion overdraft reportedly obtained from the CBN is within the 5% limit of the actual revenue of the government for 2020. The organization is also urging the president to provide details of spending of overdraft and loans obtained from the CBN by successive governments between 1999 and 2015. In the Freedom of Information request signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said confirming transparency and accountability in the spending of CBN overdrafts and loans would promote prudence in debt management, reduce any risks of corruption and mismanagement, and help the government to avoid the pitfalls of excessive debt. And that's it on business. And in sports, United win 2-0 in Derby against City. Details in a moment. Manchester United defeated City rivals Manchester City 2-0 in an English Premier League game played at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday. United opened scoring in the second minute of the game after Anthony Martial was brought down in the box by Gabriel Jesus barely a minute into the derby. The penalty was converted by Bruno Fernandes despite a touch by goalkeeper Ederson. City took over possession a few minutes after the opening goal but failed to find the back of the net. In the 50th minute, United doubled their lead with Luke Shaw finding the back of the net from a Marcus Rashford assist. The win moves United to second position with 54 points, while City remain at the top of the Premier League with 65 points. United host West Ham at home in their next EPL game after a Europa League encounter against AC Milan, while City welcome Southampton. And finally, in sports, results of Match Day 14 fixtures in the 2020-2021 Nigeria Professional Football League played on Sunday, where Adamawa United defeated Dakada FC 2-0. Harlan FC were held to a 2-2 draw by Abia Warriors, and Kano Pillars and Rangers International played a 1-0 draw. Katsina United and Sunshine Stars also played a 0-0 draw. Nasarawa United beat Lobi Stars at home 1-0. Plateau United 3, MFMFC 0. Plateau United 3, MFMFC 1. Rivers United 2, Jigawa Golden Stars 0, and Wiki Tourist played a 1-0 draw with Kwara United. Meanwhile, match is to be played on Monday, Warri Wolves versus Akwa United, while the match between Enyimba International and FC Fanyaba has been postponed. And that's it on sports, and with those sports stories we come to the end of our package this morning. But before we leave, a quick recap of the headlines. Federal government begins relocation of pupils from Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa. Presidency dismisses report of a fire outbreak at the presidential villa. And Justice Nguta of the Supreme Court passes on. Please remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us from anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We are also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM News Dawn was produced